Give me 12 minutes. That's all I'm asking. Not 12 years. Not a promotion. Not a miracle. Just 12 focused minutes. Because what you do in the next 12 minutes can decide the next 40 years of your financial life. Right now, somewhere in America, a 29-year-old is waking up. Let's call him Daniel. He lives in Dallas. Normal apartment, normal job, normal stress. He makes around $60,000 a year. Not struggling, not thriving, just surviving. Every 2 weeks his paycheck hits. For a moment, he feels safe. Then the money starts moving. Rent. Car payment. Insurance. Groceries. Streaming subscriptions. Weekend spending. And by the time the next paycheck arrives, he's waiting again. Tell me if this sounds familiar. He tells himself, I just need to earn more. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Income is rarely the real problem. Direction is. In America, spending is effortless. You can finance almost anything. Car approved. Furniture approved. Vacation approved. Debt is convenient. Discipline is rare. Daniel didn't make crazy decisions. He made normal ones. And normal decisions, repeated for decades, create average outcomes. He scrolls social media, sees vacations in Miami, luxury lifestyles in Los Angeles. Everyone looks ahead. No one shows the debt. Comparison slowly replaces clarity. And without realizing it, Daniel starts spending to feel successful instead of building to become secure. Now pause. Here is where 12 minutes changes everything. Daniel sits down at his kitchen table. No music. No distractions. Just numbers. He writes down only true necessities. Rent. Utilities. Groceries. Transportation. Minimum debt payments. Insurance. That's it. The total is $3,200 a month. His take-home income, $4,600. For the first time in years, he sees the truth. He is not broke. He has $1,400 that simply has no assignment. And unassigned money disappears. Assigned money builds wealth. Right there, at that table. Daniel makes a quiet decision. 3 buckets. Stability. Growth. Freedom. Stability protects him. Growth builds him. Freedom lets him breathe. 50% to stability. 30% to growth. 20% to guilt-free enjoyment. Notice something. This is not punishment. It's design. Within a year, he builds an emergency fund. Not 6 vacations. Not a new car. 3 months of survival. And the day his savings crosses 5 figures, something shifts inside him. His stress lowers. His decisions slow down. He stops negotiating from fear, because fear is expensive. Most Americans are not financially broken. They are financially anxious, and anxiety causes impulsive decisions. Daniel removes anxiety with preparation. Then comes investing. Not flashy investing. Not hype. Not chasing trends on Reddit. He studies something boring. The S&P 500. He learns about long-term average returns. 8%, 9%, over decades. Nothing dramatic happens in year 1. That's why most people quit. Because compounding whispers before it roars. 5 years pass. Daniel keeps investing every single month. Even when the market drops, Even when headlines scream. Even when friends panic. Because he understands something powerful. Volatility is temporary. Discipline is permanent. 10 years pass. His account no longer looks small. 20 years pass. The growth starts growing itself. 30 years pass. The compounding becomes visible. 40 years pass. He is not a celebrity. He is not viral. He is financially free. And here is the part most people miss. He did not do anything extraordinary. He avoided lifestyle inflation. When he got raises. He upgraded investments by upgrading lifestyle. When others bought bigger homes to impress neighbors, he bought more ownership. Stocks. Assets. Eventually real estate. He stopped thinking like a consumer. He started thinking like an owner. Income pays bills. Ownership builds wealth. By 55. Daniel doesn't hate his job. He just doesn't need it. And that different size power. Freedom is not yachts. Freedom is options. The option to walk away. The option to say no. The option to rest. Millions of Americans reach retirement age depending heavily on the Social Security Administration. Daniel doesn't. Because he understood early, retirement is not an age. It's a number. And numbers respond to structure. Now imagine to futures. One where Daniel keeps chasing lifestyle. One where he keeps building assets. At 35. Both lives look similar. At 65. They are unrecognizable. One worries about bills. The other chooses how to spend time. That gap was not luck. It was 12 focused minutes followed by 40 years of consistency. Here's the truth no one tells you. You do not need a six-figure salary to build wealth. You need structure. You need automation. You need patience. And you need to stop saying, "I'm bad with money." Start saying, "I'm building a system." Because systems don't depend on mood. They don't depend on motivation. They run quietly. In the background, while life happens. 40 years from now, there will be a version of you looking back. That version will either say, "I wish I started," or "I'm glad I did." The decision that separates those two futures does not require genius. It requires 12 honest minutes. So sit down. Face your numbers. Design your buckets. Automate your investments. And let time do what time always does when discipline meets math. Multiply. Give me 12 minutes. I'll give you 40 years of clarity. The rest is repetition.